Afternoon.
Hi, Rafa.
Welcome again. Ready. Come on.
Rafa, how are you feeling ahead of the new season?
Fine. Ready. So I am a fighter, so I like to fight, and then we will start an exciting season, and hopefully we can do as well as we did last year.
Given what has gone on this summer, or maybe what hasn't happened this summer, do you think you're going to need to be a fighter? Are you going to need that to be able to stay up this season?
Yeah, even doing everything, whatever you want to do, right or not, we have to fight. So the Premier League is so competitive that you have to fight, and it will be difficult. But the main thing for me now, and you have to also realize that this, what I have to do is to be sure that I bring the best from my players, from our players. And the way that to do that is to focus on football. We have finished the transfer window, and now is the time to think about Tottenham. That is a very difficult game.
Can you just ask you a couple on the transfer window? We've spoken to you a few times over the summer. At times you've been frustrated, exasperated. At other times you've been quite calm about the situation. How frustrating has that summer been, if you can sum it up?
I'm really calm now because we have finished. So I think that is the time that you have to do exactly what we did last year. I think the fans behind the team all together, the commitment of these players, the togetherness, the work rate, everything that we did right the last year is what we have to do now. So during the summer you have to try to improve your squad as much as possible. As soon as you finish, you have to try to concentrate on football. And I think that the fans could expect, oh, Rafa will be upset, he will say this, he will say that. But it's not the time to do that. It's the time now to be sure that we can win games on the pitch, and we can compete against a lot of teams that they are making a great effort in the transfer window. Okay, we will try to compete with them. The team that we have, the majority of them were here, and we finished 10th. So that is a great achievement for them and for us. Now we add some players that we needed for the characteristics of the players that we needed. And I think that is good, it's positive. So could be better. Always you can improve, you can be better. But at the moment it's what we have. I'm really pleased with the commitment of these players and the thing that they have done last year and the thing that they can do this year with more competition in the squad. I think that I'm quite positive on that.
Can the players do it again? Is the spirit still there? We've obviously we've seen the issue with the bonus payments in the last week or so. Do you believe the spirit is there to go and do it again? Yeah,
I think last week you could see, this week you could see players just thinking about, we need to finish all these things because we have to concentrate on football, and they did well. To bring new players is always something important because you increase the competition between players. The players, they want to play, but if they have someone that is running faster than them, okay, I have to run faster too. So the competition is always good, and I think that we are, in this case, we are bringing players that they can give us something that we didn't have last year. Again, I will say, could be better, yes, but now we have finished and we have a team that can compete, and hopefully will be you will see that from tomorrow.
Newcastle bottom of the table when it comes to net spend this summer. Have you asked for an explanation as to why?
What I said before, today is the day that we have to concentrate on football. So I want to talk about Tottenham, how good they are, all these things, because it's what we have to do to be sure that our team is ready mentally. No, we don't have any distraction in terms of things outside the pitch, and that's it. Be sure that we perform on the pitch in the same way that we did last year.
You brought in 2 players in the last week. I think the last time we spoke to you, you said you're worried the fans should be worried. You brought in Rondon, you brought in Fernandes yesterday. Should they still be worried, or are you in a better place now?
I think we are in a better place because to do a play like Fede Fernandes at the end is a step in the right direction, because we needed to do something that was good for the team, and we did it. So I think we are, with the team that we have, we can compete because we did well last year, and I trust these players. So I don't say that always when you go before, you have to try to bring the best players possible. As soon as you finish, you know that these players, they can do a job. And I am convinced that we can do it. They have to be convinced that we can do it. And the main thing is we need the fans behind the team to do it every single game. So if they go to the stadium, they have to support the team the same way that they did last year, because that was one of the keys for us.
Spurs' first game of the season last year, John Joe Shelby sent off. I think that fair to say that cost you the game. How important is it that the players keep their head for this one tomorrow when you don't have the team?
Every season, every game is different. So I think John Joe is more mature, and the players, they know that we will play against a very good team, and they know that the key is to stay focused and keep the right mentality from the first minute. So I think it was a silly thing, to be fair. It was a silly thing because it wasn't even a bad tackle or something like that. And I think it's nothing to do with what will happen tomorrow.
Last one from me. It's on your contractual situation. The contract still isn't signed. Supporters worried that this could be your last season here. What do you say to them?
The same that I said before. So I think that the time to talk about that was before. Now we finish the transfer window, we start the Premier League, the competition, and we have plenty of time to talk about that. So I'm really pleased here, and I would like to see the team at the top. So I will try to do my best every single day. Don't be worried about that. And if we have to talk about a possible extension, we will talk. So it's not an issue. But now, today, tomorrow is the time to concentrate on the game.
Rafa, what is your target for Newcastle United this season?
Because you have seen what the other teams are doing, so I will be realistic and I will say to stay up. Because I think that we did really well last year. The way that we were playing and working and getting results, I think that you have to be more ambitious, but I wouldn't say, oh, we have to finish this or that, because it's football. So our idea was one game at a time, and with this way to do things, we achieved a 10th position that was really good. So hopefully we can do the same this year.
Are you frustrated that you have to give that answer sitting here at the start of the season? We know how much you wanted to build, and the conversations we had about ambition last season.
To be fair, when I was sit down, for example, as a manager of Liverpool Football Club, everybody was expecting, oh, you have to say you have to win the league. You couldn't say that because other teams, they were spending more money than you. So to say I want to finish in this position could be fine for the fans, but it's not realistic. The reality for us is that if we do exactly what we did last year in terms of attitude and commitment, I think that we can be higher than this 17th position. How high? Could be 10th, could be 8th, could be 15th, I don't know. But it's a question of to see how the team is progressing during the season, and as I said before, it's one game at a time.
And one strain of thought amongst fans is that actually most teams outside maybe the top 6, 7 or 8, because the Premier League is so competitive now, that may be the target for a lot of sides, or the initial target for a lot of sides this season. Yeah, obviously teams have to spend a lot of money, and I'm sure that they will try to achieve a very good target for them, but you never know. So teams are spending more money, they can sign the wrong players. So you never know. I am happy with the players that we have because we were looking for this characteristic of players. Someone will be good, someone will be wrong and will be a mistake, but overall we did well in terms of bringing players that even on loan they were doing well, and I think it has to be the same situation this year. Your first opponents, Tottenham, didn't sign anyone this summer. Did that surprise you as a manager looking in from the outside?
Yeah, I would say that it's a surprise, but at the same time, they have 11 players, or they had at least 11 players in the World Cup. So it's not that they were just international; that they will have a lot of them. They were in the World Cup, so even in the final. So they had very good players, or they have very good players, very good squad. Obviously, Mauricio Pochettino will be thinking, if I want to win the title, maybe I needed to spend some money. Each one has his own targets, but we are talking about one of the best teams in the Premier League. And in terms of English players, I am sure that Tottenham is the best team.
In terms of Newcastle team news, what can you tell us ahead of tomorrow's game?
We are fine. We have more or less everybody fit. This is not a new player. So what I did was to be sure that they are fit, but after you have to pick some players. I will tell you, because you will know, you are very clever and you have some good sources, that Fede Fernandez is not in the squad for tomorrow, because I think it was coming too late, and we were impressed because he was doing well in the training session, but still I think that he needs some time to know all the teammates, and the understanding with the defenders sometimes needs a little bit of time.
And just finally from me, just one clarification. I understand you don't want to go into detail on contract talks. Are they still ongoing at the moment? Are you having those conversations still?
We will talk during the year about that.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.
We've talked so much about the frustrations over the summer with the transfer window, but perhaps one positive has to be the players that have been retained by the club. Was there a concern from you that you might have lost the likes of, say, Jamal Lascelles?
Not really with Jamal, because it was very clear for us. Some of them, maybe the most dangerous, I would say dangerous or difficult, was Kennedy, because he was doing so well that other teams were asking, and then we needed to be quick to guarantee that he will stay with us. But Jamal was a very clear no, that's it. So I was not worried about that. But it's good that some teams, they are watching our players and they consider them. It means that they have done well during the last season.
Despite the frustrations, you know, the eve before the first game of the season, are you excited?
Yeah, for sure. I said before, I know during the summer has been a difficult summer in terms of movements and conversations or whatever, but the reality is that we have a team that did well last year, and then we are ready for that. Then all the teams, they have good players, and the Premier League is so difficult that you can win 1-0 or lose 1-0, and in the end it's something that you cannot control. But I'm quite excited and quite happy, because I can see this group of players working hard and training at the same level that they were training last year, and it's a guarantee for me.
If you look, you know, at the likes of what, you know, clubs like the three promoted clubs, Fulham, Wolves, Cardiff, how much they've spent in comparison to Newcastle, the gap is big. Are you surprised at how big that gap is?
No, I can see that they have some money, they spend the money, that is fine. But for us, it's to be sure that we have a good team, and even some of these players, they are good players. Anyway, even if we didn't pay big money for Kennedy or Rondon or Muto, they are good players. So players that they can make the difference is what I am expecting. For us, for me, for our fans. So that is really important to understand that now is the time to be sure that if we go to the pitch, if we go to the stadium, the players will feel the support of the fans, that they have the support the last year. So that was a key part of our success, and I think they know, and my responsibility is to be sure that the things on the pitch are right, and then we are focused on football now.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Rafa, after the last pre-season friendly, you spoke about the fact that when you came to the club, you felt that there was a project here that you could work on, perhaps deliver a trophy, but that you got the impression it was just another season of survive. Do you still feel that way now that the transfer window is shut and you have all the new players? You never know. It depends how good we will be tomorrow. If we can start winning tomorrow, we will be thinking about something more, because that is football. But the reality is that we have plenty of time to talk about the idea, about the future, and now is just the time to concentrate on get 3 points tomorrow. But I got the impression from listening to you that was the impression that you getting from above you at the club, that they just wanted to... No, now it's different to the summer. Now we are during the season, and my experience and my responsibility is to be sure that we focus on football now, because that is what the fans are expecting. The fans, what they want to see is the team winning games. Then we will try to be sure that we can give them that. Okay? Thank you. See you now.
Get that dog in the squad. Get that dog.